quiet town tonight. Carols drifting down the street like candlelight. People passing, holding hands in the glow. But I keep thinking about the moment we first met in the snow.
Your scarf was wrapped a little crooked to the side. You laughed and fixed it while you walked right by. I felt the winter warm for the first time that year. And every snowflake since has whispered you're near.
And I don't need the lights to go the mistletoe. If you are standing here where the cold winds blow, every frosty window starts to bloom like art. When I feel the snowfall in your heart, snowfall in your heart, melting every dark night into something warm and bright. You're the reason winter feels alive. The glow behind the Christmas sky, snowfall in your heart, falling soft and slow on every piece of mine. Hold me close and let the world restart. I feel the snowfall in your heart. We walk the streets where every lamp is shining gold.
Shops are closing, but our story's still unfolding slow.
You brush the snowflakes from my hair with gentle hands,
And suddenly December feels like something we planned.
and I don't need the choir singing high above.
When you're beside me, every echo sounds like love.
Every winter memory's a brand new start. When I feel the snowfall in your heart, snowfall in your heart, melting every dark night into something warm and bright. You're the reason winter feels alive. The glow behind the Christmas sky, snowfall in your heart, falling soft and slow on every piece of mine. Hold me close and let the world restart. I feel the snowfall in your heart. Let the cold winds blow, let the midnight snow fall on the streets below. As long as you are here with me, every
Frozen moment turns to melody.
let the Christmas bells ring out again. This time I'm holding more than just a friend. Your heartbeat is the softest sleigh ride sound, the magic I was waiting to have found. Snowfall in your heart, turning all the lonely into something warm and right. You're the spark that keeps December bright. The shine beneath the holiday lights, snowfall in your heart, falling soft and slow on every piece of mine. Stay with me until the stars depart. I feel the snowfall, I feel the snowfall in your heart.
City lights are shining like a million tiny stars. you ever end. You're my winter lover and my closest friend. Turn the music louder, let the bells collide. I just want forever on this midnight sleigh ride. Yeah. So sleigh ride. So sleigh ride.
Ooh. Hey, hey. Log on the fire, ember eyes glow. Your shadow on the wall is dancing slow. Mugs on the table, cinnamon and steam. Feels like I'm half awake inside a dream. You're wrapped up in that sweater that I always loved. Hair falling on your shoulders like a gentle dove. Outside the wind is howling through the sleeping town. And here my restless heart is finally slowing down. We've been talking about the year that passed us by. Every little heartbreak, every tear we cried. But in this room tonight the world is far away. There's one thing I still haven't found the words to say. These are my fireplace confessions, all the things I try to hide. Every silent wish at midnight, burning gently in the light. I'm in love with you this Christmas, more than any words can show. If you stay with me forever, I'll be safe inside your snow. Stockings on the mantle, photos in the frame. We used to be just strangers with a different name. Now every little sparkle on the Christmas tree reflects the life you've painted all around me. I was scared to say I needed someone so. Didn't want to let the softer feelings show. But when I see you sleeping in December light, I know I tell the truth if just for one night. These are my fireplace confessions, all the sparks inside my chest. Every lonely December found its way into your rest. I'm in love with you this Christmas, every breath and every glow. If you stay with me forever, I'll be safe inside your snow. Let the flames crack, let the night grow cold. We'll be here long after all the stories are told. If the lights fade out and the carol cease, promise me you'll be my winter peace. These are my fireplace confessions, laid before your gentle eyes. If you take this heart I'm giving, wrap it in your lullabies. I'm in love with you this Christmas, more than I will ever know. But I'm brave enough to whisper as the last logs lose their glow. You're my home in every snowfall. You're the love I can't let go.
Pixel snow is falling on the downtown chrome. drifting through the laser signs. I feel your hand slip quietly into mine. Suddenly the noise becomes a perfect line. You laugh and say it's not the Christmas on TV, but this concrete wonderland is enough for me. We're dancing on the rooftop like a music video. Two small humans in a giant globe. Under a neon Christmas sky, we're just two silhouettes learning how to fly. City glowing satellite stars hold me while the taxis blur like comets in the dark. In this electric winter night, you're my analog heart in a digital light. Under a neon Christmas sky, love is just a signal you and I can't deny. If the power ever fades, if the screens all turn to black, promise me you'll still be here to pull my broken circuits back. We don't need a perfect picture, we don't need a silent night. We just need this crazy city and your hand in mine tonight. Under a neon Christmas sky, I will find you even when the networks die. No more distance, no goodbyes. We'll rewrite the stars as city lines. In this electric winter night, you're my analog heart in a digital light. Under a neon Christmas sky, you're my one true signal in the endless night. Flour on your fingertips, sugar on your nose. Laughing in the kitchen while the winter evening glows. You're drawing little hearts on every cookie tray, saying save this one for later when I'm old and far away. But I don't want a world where you're not in this room, where gingerbread and cinnamon don't smell like you. Gingerbread promises baked into December. You said every time you taste this, I hope you will remember. Even if the seasons change or time pulls us apart, these gingerbread promises will keep you in my heart. Will keep you in my heart. Frosting like a snowstorm on a tiny candy roof. We're building little houses made of sweet and fragile truth. You write our names in icing, then you underline the year, saying let's keep making memories as long as we are here. The oven door is glowing like a sunset on the floor. I wish that I could hold this moment a little more. Gingerbread promises baked into December. You said every time you taste this, I hope you will remember. Even if the seasons change or time pulls us apart, these gingerbread promises will keep you in my heart. When the tree comes down and the lights are gone, when the radio stops playing Christmas songs, I'll still taste your laughter in a crumb of dough, a little bit of sugar in the falling snow. Gingerbread promises soft as your embrace. In every tiny cookie I can see your face. Even if the world grows cold or we're 1,000 miles apart, sacred promises will keep you in my heart. Keep you in my heart. Keep you in my heart.
We climbed up past the laundry lines to where the city sighs. A million little yellow squares, like stars in strangers' lives. You spread your coat beside me on the concrete dusted white. Said this is our cathedral for a silent winter night. Silent night on the rooftop. No choir, no stained glass glow. Just the hum of distant traffic and the drifting fall of snow. If there's a heaven in December, I think it looks like this. Frozen air, your tangled hair, and a borrowed Christmas wish. You pointed at an airplane, blinking red across the sky. Think of all the people going home tonight, you sighed. I whispered home is something I could never quite define. But sitting here beside you, it's surprisingly aligned. Silent night on the rooftop. No carols, no grand design. Just our breath that curls and disappears, secret broken lines. If there's a heaven in December, I think it tastes like this. Chapped lips, cold hands, and a trembling hopeful kiss. Down below the crowded streets, wrapped in tinsel noise, but up here every heartbeat's just a quiet, honest choice. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I know what's true. If the stars fall out of order, I will still choose you. Silent night on the rooftop. Let the whole world spin away. We'll stay here until the sunrise paints the snow in shades of gray. If there's a heaven in December, I've already found my part in a silent rooftop vigil, with your head upon my heart.
Spinning in my head every time you walk by, sugar rush instead. Your hoodie smells like peppermint and snow. You smile and suddenly the hallway starts to glow. I write your name on every frosted window pane, erase it quick before my friends can see I'm going insane. But when you turn and wave at me from down the street, my heart turns into candy, sticky, jumping to the beat. I've got a candy cane crush, twisting like a on your smile. I say it's just the season, but I know it's you all the while. Every silly reindeer drawing on the wall looks like us two running through a candy-coated fall. I've got a candy cane crush, twisting like a rush of sugar in my veins tonight. You're the sweetest holiday, wrapped in every red and white. I've got a candy cane crush, melting when you say my name. Maybe it's the Christmas lights, but it all feels just the same. Maybe after New Year's, this feeling might fade, but right now in December, I'm so glad it stayed. If I leave a candy cane inside your locker door, will you understand? I'm asking if we can be something more. I've got a candy cane crush, let it spin and shimmer bright, even when the snow is gone. I'll remember you tonight. You're my sweetest Christmas secret. I've got a candy cane crush, melting when you say my name. Maybe it's the Christmas lights, but it all feels just the same.
There's a manger in the traffic of this crowded avenue. Somewhere in the sirens, there's a lullaby of truth. Neon signs and headlines, all the noise we can't ignore. But still a child is crying at the heart of every war. I see halos in the headlights, in the people passing by. Broken hearts and angels under the same December sky. Under Bethlehem streetlights, we are wandering, we are blind, looking for a savior in a world that's lost its mind. But if we love our neighbor, if we open up our doors, Bethlehem streetlights will lead us to the Lord. Lead us to the Lord. Lead us to the Lord. In the shelter on the corner, someone's humming Silent Night. Hands are rough and weathered, but their eyes are shining bright. We share a cup of coffee, just a little, just enough to remember that this season is a fragile kind of love. I see halos in the bus stops, where a mother holds her child, where a stranger helps her carry bags across the icy town. The Bethlehem streetlights, we are wandering, we are blind, looking for a savior in a world that's lost its mind. But if we love our neighbor, if we open up our doors, Bethlehem streetlights will lead us to the Lord. Will lead us to the Lord. Gloria in excelsis Deo, in the subway, in the snow. Hallelujah in the sirens, everywhere we choose to go. Under Bethlehem streetlights, may our hearts become a home for the weary and the broken. No one has to walk alone. If we carry one another, if we share our bread and song, Bethlehem streetlights will guide us all night long. Will guide us all night long. Will
shelf above my bed, there's a tiny world of glass, a little town of painted roofs where winters never pass. I shake it when I miss you, just to see the snow and watch it falling softly on the streets we used to know. Snow globe memories frozen in a quiet storm. Tiny lights and silent nights where we were safe and warm. I turn you in my hands and let the snow erase the years. Snow globe memories falling with my tears. There's a couple on a park bench underneath the crystal tree. I swear they look like you and I before you had to leave. If I could step inside this glass, I'd hold you through the cold. We'd never have to say goodbye. We'd never have to grow old. Snow globe memories frozen in a quiet storm. Tiny lights and silent nights where we were safe and warm. I turn you in my hands and let the snow erase the years. Snow globe memories falling with my tears. I know the time moves on, I know the seasons change, but every year at Christmas it still feels so strange. The world keeps getting bigger, but inside this glass I see a simple little universe where you're still next to me. Snow globe memories, I'll keep you on my shelf. A fragile piece of yesterday, I cannot help myself. I'll shake it every Christmas Eve and whisper to the skies in this tiny world of falling snow. Your love never dies.
A drum kit in the corner of your parents' basement, tinsel on the mic stand, amps on the pavement. We're tuning up to carols on the radio upstairs. Your mom yells down, keep it down, but secretly she cares. We've got 3 chords and a borrowed Santa hat, a half-broken keyboard and a cat. But when we count it in 1, 2, 3, 4, this basement turns to Madison Square Floor. Jingle bell basement, This is where we learn to dream. Every off-key note and feedback roar is part of our grand scheme. If the world forgets our names, we'll still have this Christmas night. Jingle Bell Basement. Our first taste of life.
Midnight on the frozen lake. You take my hand, the world awake. Above our heads the colors rise, painting winter in the skies. Whispers in the icy air. Your breath is mixing with my fear. But when the lights begin to glow, I feel the warmth beneath the snow. Northern Lights Christmas, dancing with the stars above. Every shade of emerald feels like falling into love. Hold me in the silence, let the winter fade to bliss. Under northern lights this Christmas, all I need is this. Shadows on a snowy field. Your heartbeat is my only shield. We're lying down on heaven's floor, learning colors we've not seen before. All the frost upon my sleeve melts each time you look at me. If magic ever felt like real, it's this aurora glow I feel. Northern Lights Christmas, dancing with the stars above. Every shade of emerald feels like falling into love. Hold me in the silence, let the winter fade to bliss. Under northern lights this Christmas, all I need is this. Let the sky keep telling stories. Let the universe unfold. If tomorrow disappears, tonight is all I want to hold. Northern Lights Christmas, where your soul is shining through. Every color in the heavens leads me straight to you. All I need is this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Woke up with a rhythm in my shoes. Candy cane flavor, holiday groove. Lights are blinking like they're keeping score. And the beat hits harder than the night before. You walking wearing red and gold, looking like the season broke the mold. One smile and I can't sit still. Girl, you're ringing every Christmas thrill. letting the fire glow. Baseline bouncing with your laugh so bright. We're grooving through the wind tonight. You spin around a ribbon in your hair. I swear the whole room stops to stare. Let the snowflakes fall however they want. Dancing in your beat. I don't need gifts for Christmas cheer. Yeah. Just keep that funky rhythm near. Oh, if Santa had your kind of sway, he danced the whole damn night away. Holly jolly heartbeat, shake the floor and take my hand. Baby, you're my holiday, my favorite winter. Holly jolly heartbeat.
There's a stack of old December notes tied up with a fraying thread, promises and winter quotes that once filled the words we said. I sit beside the fireplace now, reading letters from the past, trying to remember how we thought those moments always last. Letters by the fireplace, ashes drifting through the air, every word a memory, every tear a silent prayer. If Christmas has a way to heal the wounds we learn to hide, then let these letters disappear into the firelight tonight. Here's the one where you confessed you fear the colder days. I wrote back saying love was warm enough to clear the haze, but life is like a winter storm, it changes all the time. Still I keep these fragile pages as a momentary shrine. Letters by the fireplace, ashes drifting through the air, every word a memory, every tear a silent prayer. If Christmas has a way to heal the wounds we learn to hide, then let these letters disappear. Oh, the flames curl around the ink, slowly turning truth to dust. And in the quiet glow, I think maybe letting go is trust. Letters by the fireplace, let them fade without regret. Christmas gives me strength to say goodbye, but not forget.
Red suit shining in the neon glow, sleigh revving like a turbo show. Santa's got a playlist full of retro beats, racing through the silent streets. Clouds part ways when he hits the sky, reindeer engines humming high. Christmas Eve has never seen a ride this fast, a sleigh this clean.
our tiny winter place. Warm espresso on the counter, soft reflection on your face. Piano humming in the background, every note a gentle sigh. You stir your drink and smile slowly as the world keeps passing by. In this winter jazz cafe, time melts like sugar in the steam. We sway to quiet melodies that feel just like a dream. In this winter jazz cafe, your laughter warms the air. Christmas feels like velvet when I'm sitting with you there. People hurry down the sidewalks, boots and scarves and frosty breath. But inside we're golden islands in a world of winter's death. Let the trumpet whisper softly, let the snow keep falling slow. If the night decides to linger, I won't ever want to go. In this winter jazz cafe, I hope we never part. 'Cause every Christmas melody begins inside your heart.
Streetlights flicker on the snow, headphones in and walking slow. Playlist on, it's all lo-fi. Christmas lights against the sky. Coffee in a paper cup, sleeves pulled down and collared up. Messages I meant to send, saved as drafts I never sent. Another year is winding down, same old city, different sound. But in this quiet color light, I feel a softer kind of night. Lo-fi Christmas night, beats and snowflakes falling light. I'm not lonely, I'm just breathing in the glow of streets still sleeping. Lo-fi Christmas night, taking time to feel alright. If you miss me, press play too. I left a little song for you. Bedroom window, frosted pane, tiny world inside the frame. Candles burning, wax and glow, shadows dancing soft and slow. Every loop and every chord says the things I can't afford. I don't need a crowded room, just this quiet, just this tune. Lo-fi Christmas atmosphere. Till that day I'll hum along, turning memories into songs. Lo-fi Christmas night, I'll keep playing till sunrise. In the hush of winter air, it feels like you're almost there.
Dawn is breaking silver on the ancient stone. Footsteps in the snow where generations walked alone. Candles in the windows, breathing out their light, calling every wandering heart into the Christmas night. I hear a distant echo rising through the air, voices like a river made of hope and prayer. Crystal church bells ringing clear, calling every soul from fear. In the cold of winter's breath, love is stronger than our death. Crystal church bells in the sky, teaching weary hearts to fly on this holy silent hill. Listen how the world stands still. Someone lights a candle for a missing face, whispers to the heavens for a little grace. Someone holds a stranger, dries a stranger's tears. This is how the miracle keeps living through the years. Every chime is saying you are not alone. Every note a doorway leading back to home. Gloria, Gloria, hope is born where we are. Hallelujah, hearts awake. Love is all we need to take. Crystal church bells, let them ring over every suffering. In this fragile world we share, let them teach us how to care. Crystal church bells ring clear, call me strong and brave. I hear hearts as brave. Love is all we need to take. Crystal church bells and ring.
I was just hanging lights in the living room, not expecting anything but quiet gloom. Then you knocked on the door with a nervous smile, saying, can I stay for a little while?
I brought a box of cookies and a cheap red wine. Didn't know if it was done or just in time. You laughed and said it's perfect, don't you know? We got all we need if we have some snow.
Somewhere in the music on the radio,
Something soft and silver started to glow. Under the mistletoe moon, we were standing way too close. Didn't mean to fall so soon, didn't mean to want you most. But the night was wrapped in silver, and the stars all knew our tune. When you took my hand and pulled me in under the mistletoe moon.
You said you weren't a fan of holidays, too much noise and pressure in 100 ways, but somehow in the quiet of my little place,
You were looking at me with a softer face.
I saw the tiny mistletoe above our heads, hung by you and forgotten like so many threads. I joked, is there a rule we have to follow now? You said, I don't know, but let's find out somehow. Suddenly the world outside just disappeared.
All I felt was you and everything we feared. Maybe when the snow is gone, we'll go back to being friends. Or maybe this is how a different kind of story ends.
I'm scared to call it love,
And I'm scared not to. But tonight the moon is telling us exactly what to do.
maybe when the snow is gone, we'll go back to being friends. Maybe this is how a different kind of story ends.
I'm scared to call it love,
I'm scared not to.
but tonight the moon is telling us exactly what to do.
You borrowed my hoodie last December, said you'd give it back when it's not so cold. Funny how the seasons change, but somehow I'm still waiting, watching snow unfold. I see you on the corner with your friends, same gray hoodie sleeves over your hands. You don't know I recognize a little tear from when we fell laughing in the winter air. You're my December hurt, worn and soft and fraying at the seams. I keep you in my memory like a favorite pair of jeans. Maybe you forgot me, but I feel you every time someone walks by in your color in this endless winter line. We shared earphones on the subway train, carols playing through the window frame. You leaned your head onto my shoulder bone. I pretended not to care, but my heart was blown. Maybe next year I'll have moved on. New coat, new friends, new winter songs, but some small part of me will always be your hoodie hanging on a Christmas tree. You're my December hoodie. You're my December hoodie. You're my December hoodie. You're my December hoodie.
Suitcase by the window seat, ticket tucked inside my sleeve. Snow is blowing down the tracks. Another year I had to leave. Fields of white and silver trees, whistle echo on the rails. I count the towns like memories, tiny houses, distant tales. On this snowy train home, I'm heading back to where you are, following the shining tracks like a trail of falling stars. All the miles I walked alone fade into the winter foam, 'cause it's Christmas and I'm riding on a snowy train home. Kids are playing in the aisle, candy wrappers, carol tunes. Old man tells a story about a Christmas back in '62. I press my hand against the glass, feel the chill and close my eyes. Somewhere past the river bend is the place my true heart lies. On this snowy train home, I'm heading back to where you are, following the shining tracks like a trail of falling stars. All the miles I walked alone fade into the winter foam, 'cause it's Christmas and I'm riding on a snowy train home. Maybe we will fight again. Maybe things are still the same. But when I smell that pine and cinnamon, I'll be glad I came. On this snowy train home, on this snowy train home, on this snowy train home. The group chat started buzzing, everyone was on their way. Lights were hanging halfway crooked, but we liked them that way. The hallway smelled like pine and cocoa, music shaking through the floor. Someone yelled, "The night is young," as more friends spilled through the door. You walked in wearing silver that reflected every light, laughing as you handed me a candy cane so bright. We danced around the kitchen tile, slipping every now and then, but every fall turned into laughter. We just got up again. Turn the speakers louder now, let the colors fill the room. Every heartbeat in the crowd feels like a holiday in blue. Holiday house party, shaking windows, shaking walls. Someone singing off the key, someone dancing down the halls. Holiday house party, we're alive in red and green. Nothing in the world could match this homemade Christmas scene. The sofa turned to coat racks, the table lost its shape. Someone taped a mistletoe beside the window drape. You caught me staring at you when the lights began to dim, and for a moment everything felt perfectly within. When the night was finally over and the crowd into a few, we sat beside the empty cups and watched the snow renew. I
I walk beneath the neon towers where the winter gathers slow. Carols drifting from a storefront blend with engines down below. A couple shares a paper umbrella, shadows sliding on the glass, while somewhere in the alley a choir rehearses as cars pass. A busker warms his hands in rhythm, playing chords with tender care. People drop their coins like blessings, little mercies in the air. A child chases swirling snowflakes down the crowded avenue, her father humming softly, like he's humming just for you. In every spark of streetlight glow, I feel the quiet hidden hymn. The city sings in fragmented lines, but still the song begins. This is the carol of the city lights, flickering against December nights. Voices rising from the shadows, stories tangled in the snow. And every stranger's silent fights, there's a warmth that still ignites. The carol of the city lights, a song the whole world seems to know. A vendor hands out steaming cocoa to a man with worn out shoes. Someone lifts a fallen package for a mother lost in news. The kindness feels like harmony in a world too quick to break. But here beneath the traffic hum, compassion stays awake. I pause beside a busy crossing where the headlights paint the street, and in the glow of red and white, two strangers briefly meet. No choir stands above us, no bells ring overhead, but in the simple acts of love, the city carols quietly spread.
snowballs, watch the score begin to rise. Christmas feels electric when it's rendered in disguise. Chat room saying Merry Glitchmas, friends online from everywhere. Someone sends a pixel postcard with the looping Christmas bear. We explore a frozen server where the quests are trimmed in gold, laughing as the reindeers prize through tricks we can control. Every beep and every glitch feels like magic breaking through. Even if we log off later tonight, it's a world made for two. Pixel reindeer in the sky, jumping through the data stream, guiding me through neon snow like a technicolor dream. Pixel reindeer lead the way through this glowing winterland. A digit on December made for hearts that understand. Luck hits hard, but we keep running, trying combos just for fun. You say meet me at the fountain, in that zone we always won. We sit down beside the textures while the soundtrack loops again. And even though it's virtual, it feels more real than that. When we finally close the window and the lights fade from the screen, I still see those pixel reindeer in the spaces in between. Maybe Christmas isn't always lights and bells and snowy nights. Sometimes it's a quiet feeling shared across electric light. In the quiet of the forest, where the snow has kissed the ground, every branch is bowed in reverence, every whisper feels profound. The pines stand tall in silence, like guardians of the dawn, reminding every passerby that grace is never gone. I walk beneath their shadows, feeling small but deeply known, like heaven carved these pathways just to guide my heart back home. The wind becomes a lullaby that steadies where I roam, and in its winter harmony, my spirit finds its tone. Let my heart be an evergreen prayer, rooted deep in hope and steady in care. When the world is fragile, bending with fear, let my love be constant, faithful and clear. A star hangs in the branches, caught between the night and day. I close my eyes and breathe it in, and find the strength to stay. For every loss I've carried, every tear that didn't fall, I feel a gentle
the morning breaks in silver and the hills regain their hue. The forest bows in quiet awe, and I bow with it too. For even in the coldest times, a warmth remains aware, and in that calm December light, my soul becomes a prayer.
We don't need a perfect living room, but we don't need a perfect living room or a fireplace glowing bright. Just a blanket on the railing and a city full of lights. The snow is falling slowly on the passing cars below, and you hand me steaming cocoa with a whisper soft and low. The world is loud with carols, but up here it fades away. All we hear are distant echoes of a crowded holiday. Your hand rests on my shoulder like a promise wrapped in warm, and suddenly December feels gentle in its form. Christmas on the balcony, hearing winter hum, watching tiny snowflakes settle where we've come. You lean into my heartbeat as the night begins to glow, and Christmas on the balcony feels more like home than snow. Someone lights a sparkler on the rooftop far across. The glow reflects in your eyes like a ship that's never lost. We talk about the future in a rhythm soft and slow. No rush, no grand announcements, just places we might go. And when the cups are empty and the cold begins to rise, we step inside together with a calm we recognize. For even in the smallest place where two warm shadows meet, Christmas on the balcony makes winter feel complete.
Eyes sparkling with delight. You say, let me roll the dough. I smile and move aside, watching snowflakes form in sugar as your laughter multiplies. We press the cutters gently till the shapes begin to show. Stars and trees and little bells across the cookie dough. You sprinkle extra glitter like the sky on Christmas Eve, and every messy gesture is a memory to keep. Star-shaped cookies on the tray, warm and glowing all the way. In the oven's gentle light, they rise like stories taking flight. Star-shaped cookies, sweet and small, somehow they can hold it all. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Grandpa walks in humming with his coffee in his hand. Says, save a few for later, hide them where I can. We laugh until we're breathless as he tries to steal one more, leaving crumbs of childhood joy trailing to feels big enough for sky. When the day becomes a memory and the years begin to blur, I'll treasure all these golden shapes that started here with her. And every Christmas morning when the winter sunlight breaks, I'll remember how love rises just like star-shaped cookies baked.
Candles flicker on the marble, shadows bending in the aisle. Incense lingers in the doorway like a whispered sacred smile. A hymn escapes the final pages of a choir long gone to sleep, but the echoes stay behind me like a promise I must keep.
I sit beneath the stained glass angel, tinted red and winter blue, tracing broken lines of color till they lead my heart to you. The silence feels like velvet on the edges of my fear, holding every trembling question till the answers reappear. Midnight mass echoes filling every fragile space. All the things I failed to say find a resting place. Midnight mass echoes reaching places I can't see, turning all my wandering into quiet clarity.
A child drawing on the bulletin shows a star above a shed. Crayon lines a little crooked, but the message gently said that hope is born in shadows, not in places lined with gold. And sometimes grace is brighter when the world is dark and cold. As I stand to leave the chapel and the night resumes its flow, the echoes move beside me where the winter breezes go. And though the door swings slowly on a hinge of ancient wood, the peace I found in silence follows me forward. We were freezing by the storefront, trying hard to light a spark. Your breath was fogging in the air like fireworks in the dark. You joked about my shaking hands despite your fingers trembling too. And in the blur of passing headlights, everything felt new. We counted down the minutes till the year would reset clean, hoping midnight would erase all the things we couldn't mean. Someone played a broken anthem through a cracked handheld device, but in your voice I heard a promise, soft and imprecise. Frostbite and fireworks, cold and color intertwined. Every spark against the sky felt like something we could find. Frostbite and fireworks, burning bright in shifting winds, lighting up the frozen streets where distant, but we didn't turn our heads. We were too busy chasing warmth in the words we never said. The snow kept piling on our jackets like a halo made of white, and all the things we feared the most felt harmless in the night. Now when winter brings its silence and the sky begins to glow, I think of how we stood there in that trembling honest snow. The world has changed 1,000 times since that first midnight breeze, but frostbite and fireworks remain the way love learned to seize. Frostbite and fireworks, cold and color intertwined. Every spark against the sky felt like something we could find. Frostbite and fireworks, burning bright in shifting winds, lighting up the frozen streets where a story first begins.
Sunlight creeping softly through the curtains by our bed, kissing all the scattered ribbons from the gifts we left unread. The floor is cool with winter, but your warmth is near my side, and Christmas morning feels like peace, no matter what resides. I brew a pot of coffee while you hum a waking tune, your voice a drifting melody that fills the quiet room. The cinnamon on our breakfast rises sweetly in the air, and suddenly the simple life feels rare beyond compare. Cinnamon morning wrapped in gentle light, we talk about the little things and hold the world upright. Cinnamon morning, calm and soft and true. If every day began like this, I'd live them all with you. We trace our plans in whispers, no rush to leave the floor. The world can wait another hour, we don't need much more. The snowfall paints the windows in a frame of quiet cheer, and every breath we share today feels like a souvenir. Later when the daylight fades and life resumes its pace, I'll keep this gentle morning in a safe and sacred place, where cinnamon and laughter meet in soft embrace. A quiet Christmas memory no time could ever erase.
It's the final glow of evening as the tree lights softly fade. The stockings all left empty, and the quiet gently laid.
The world has grown so peaceful in this fragile winter glow, and I feel you leaning closer, like you did so long ago.
The wrapping's torn and scattered,
The ribbon's losing form,
but still we sit together,
and the pocket's safe and warm.
The echoes of the laughter still shimmer in the air, and every gentle memory is lingering somewhere. Before the season closes, before the dawn appears, there's something in this silence that gathers all I hear. This is the last song before Christmas, a quiet breath before the day, a moment built of candlelight, a place our hearts can stay. This is the last song before Christmas, where everything feels new, a fragile piece of sacred hush, a melody with you. You say you fear the future when the snow begins to melt,
But love is not a fragile thing, it's something always felt.
and even when the world outside demands we move again, I'll hold this winter close to me like a half-forgotten hymn. So let's keep this moment shining, even when the daylight breaks, a promise wrapped in softness for the life that Christmas makes. No matter where the next year turns or how the seasons flow,
This last song before Christmas is the love we choose to show.